Alright. I really have no direction for this. Government. Fuck all preconceived notions of that topic, of that idea. Government. What is government really? What government really is kind of a step in evolution, I mean, towards, let's say if we're all like the cells and everything, it's that step in evolution towards our unification into a planetary organism. That's what government is supposed to be for. That was what the original the original ideas for religion was supposed to be, that same kind of idea. It's a step in evolution. It's a meme that is trying to literally set us up for a new stage in evolution. The problem is, if you have a diversity of governments or of religions, then there ends up being conflict. The reason that government is important is because it can be so beneficial. The reason that being a part of a much more powerful and greater organism than a single cell is because everything is allocated equally to the cells. I mean, it's a perfect setup. And the thing is, each cell doesn't see itself as a cell, you know what I mean? It's holistic. Everything is one in the body. The only way that we can really have this stage of evolution occur as it should is to unify the world under a world government. That's the only way that this can happen. Just like if the only solution to the religions would be unification of all religions into one religion. The problem is people are too foolish to understand that it doesn't matter what the stories tell. It's the philosophy behind the religions that really matter. The notion of spirit and everything like that, I understand that notion, but I support that notion. As far as I'm concerned, consciousness itself is what we mean, or what that is intended when we say spirit or whatever the hell spirit is consciousness, and consciousness is God, and God is the subjective dimension to reality that contains or includes all of the equations of physics. You know, I asked my brother Derek, where did the equations of physics and mathematics come from? And he said this, and I couldn't help but think he was a fool in that moment, and I called him out on it, and I said, no, Derek, these equations do not come from our mind. They were observed, and if they are observed, they're subjective. Only the subjective can be aware of, can be observant of. Objective or subjective. The subjective is apparent in the objective. In any case, these steps in evolution are apparent in technologies that we've created, such as cars, roads, the internet, the energy, the whole idea of energy. We're turning the planet into an organism. Think of cars as cells and roads as veins. Then you see the world in a completely different way, and then the energy lines and the phone lines and all this kind of stuff becomes like aspects of an organism. Once we realize that that is the direction that we have been subconsciously or otherwise going into, then we have control. And when we have control, we have the ability to really develop it in the way that it needs to be developed, or that it should be developed. And once we realize that really the world is our economy, not these pieces of paper, once we realize that the world is our gem, and that is the true wealth and the true abundance, then we can really start to develop the planet unhindered, unbound. And that will be the true evolution or revolution that is, you know, the notion of 2012 and everything like that. I think that's what this is all about. The whole notion of the, you know, revolution and all that, of the Renaissance and all this kind of stuff. 2012, or really the future, is about us realizing that we are turning this planet. We are a stepping stone in a further, greater step towards evolution. And it's not our evolution, it is the planet's evolution. It's not just the planet's evolution, it's the universe's evolution. The reality is that we are an aspect of processing, of process in the universe. Evolution starts at the atom and ends with our imagination. The reality is we are doing this. We are doing this. It's not something that we have to, you know, quibble on. We are doing this. And what will be the greatest unifier of this will probably be the AI and everything like that. Once you unify the technologies under a computerized head, then the planetary organism will be much more sophisticated, like ours. And of course, as we are to an amoeba, it will be to us. We are not the final step. We are not the end. We are not the end. We want to be the end. That's an aspect of human nature, of this human nature that I've spoken of. Human nature, this human nature states that we are the end. That we are so important. This is why we have all these talk shows and things like that, to make us, we're on this planet, we're aliens, okay? And we've created this little island, this deserted island, in which we've come up with ways to entertain ourselves and this and that. We've completely forgotten what we are and who we are. And we've completely ignored the reality of our existence. We've created a language so that it simplifies, and so we can even further ignore the miraculousness of our existence. Because what we want really is to forget that we exist as we do. We want to succumb to this human nature and forget that we exist as these extraordinarily complex and extraordinarily mysterious beings, and our universe is equally extraordinary and complex. Forget books, man. Forget reading. The language in general. Forget language. See things as they are instead of how you as a human being see them. Humanity is the lie that we must all overcome. Understand reality. Forget humanity. Alright, I'm done.